what changes are being made in the Daemon V2 refactor specifically for those running pop miners?
Well, other than the main algorithm and the idea behind pop miners, for people actually running pop miners, a lot of things change. You no longer connect to BFGs since we completely changed kind of the infrastructure and how things are interconnected. So kind of the one who decides which keystones need to be mined is going to be OPGETH now, so you'll have to connect to that. But when it comes to performance and things that the pop miners generally care about, we have some features and corrected some bugs. Like I know some people had issues re-mining keystones, so hopefully that should no longer happen. You also have the ability to estimate fees. You can still have static fees if you'd like, but we have ways to estimate fees dynamically. Performance should be a little bit better, and it's very modular now, so if you'd like to do different things or change your pop miner in specific ways, that should be relatively easy. And the way to get information about keystones, before you can only do so with TBC, and also that's currently the way we have it implemented. It's modular, so you could relatively simply change that and introduce a different Bitcoin source of truth. So TLDR should be faster, easier, and more modular for pop miners to pop mine in the future with these changes.
I think an important thing to highlight that Antonio mentioned there is moving all of the information the pop miner needs to get, moving all of that to, or at least for the perspective of new keystone information, getting that from OPGETH RPC. So simplifying the number of different RPC interfaces that are relevant for different users. So now instead of pop miners connecting to BFG and MetaMask connecting to OPGETH and some protocols needing access to some OpNode functionality, now we've reduced that down to just OPGETH and OpNode, and then a Bitcoin, as Antonio mentioned, a modular Bitcoin interface, which right now is TBC, which is the same custom Bitcoin full node that's embedded in HVM. With the updates, you can also now run that as an independent Bitcoin daemon, but also the modularity lets you swap that out for other RPC providers. So if you wanted to use the Blockstream API, for example. I'm not sure if we've written the adapter for that yet, but in the near future, swapping out the Bitcoin data source for other Bitcoin data sources will be much easier to do, and people could easily write custom adapters if there's another Bitcoin RPC interface that they want to use.